Best Upcoming Smartphones 2016, all the release dates for Apple, Samsung, LG, HTC and Sony's next phones. We all know they're going to be an iPhone 7 next year. That's easy. What's a little more tricky is knowing when all the other major smartphones are going to launch. Here at Alpha, we have a calendar that keeps track of when we expect the year's upcoming smartphones to launch, which allows us to prepare for them. So, under the flag of goodwill, we thought we'd share that information so you can plan your purchases accordingly. Oh, and I've added a little information about a few of the key upcoming smartphones for the hell of it. To help you with your decision, here's a list of the best upcoming smartphones 2016. Be warned, the list below isn't based on official release dates, but on internet rumors instead, so try not to hammer me in the comments section if some predictions don't turn out to be 100% accurate. Dates, in particular, can change. Upcoming smartphones 2016. Samsung Galaxy S7, February. Sony Xperia Z6, February. LG G5, March. HTC One M10, March. Huawei P9, April. Samsung Galaxy Note 6, August, September. Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge Plus - August, September. Apple iPhone 7, September. Apple iPhone 7 Plus, September. Nexus 5, 2016, October. Nexus 6, 2016, October. Upcoming smartphones 2016. 1. Samsung Galaxy S7, February. 2. Sony Xperia Z6, February. 3. LG G5, March. 4. HTC One M10, March. 5. Huawei P9, April. 6. Samsung Galaxy Note 6, August, September. 7. Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge Plus - August, September. 8. Apple iPhone 7, September. 9. Apple iPhone 7 Plus, September. 10. Nexus 5, 2016, October. 11. Nexus 6, 2016, October. Number 1. Samsung Galaxy S7 and Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Release date on February 2016. It's rumored that the Galaxy S7 will be revealed at a special global event in February 2016, with it going on sale 2 to 4 weeks later. The past 2 years have seen Samsung launch its new flagship phones at special events hosted at the Mobile World Congress, MWC, trade show in Barcelona. Expect this to continue. Leaked details are currently pretty thin on the ground for the S7, but we've managed to unearth a couple. Perhaps the biggest rumor of all is that Samsung is set to copy the iPhone's 3D Touch feature and equip the S7 with a pressure-sensitive screen. More modest advancements are expected to be a new USB Type-C charging, data port and either a Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 or an Exynos 8890 processor. Things aren't expected to change much elsewhere. Storage will be available in multiples of 16 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB and 124 GB, with RAM expected to stay at 3 GB. Head over to our Galaxy S7 Rumors Roundup page to find out more about the phone. Number 2. Sony Xperia Z6. Release date on February 2016. Sony used to release a new flagship smartphones every 6 months. The thinking behind this was it wanted to show off how innovative it was as a brand, and the best way to do this was to update its flagship smartphone regularly. However, this strategy caused confusion rather than excitement and has now been scrapped. It's now understood that as of 2016, Sony will revert to launching a new flagship every 12 months. Starting with the new Xperia Z6 at MWC in February. A 4K Ultra HD screen is set to be the Z6's killer feature, borrowing tech from the recently launched Sony Z5 Premium. Also, Sony is keen to promote its smartphones as having the best cameras on the market, so expect to see new camera features, tech to solidify this position. Expect all of your favorite Xperia Z5 features, waterproof, fingerprint sensor, big battery, to be rolled over into the Z6 also. Number 3. LG G5. Release date on March 2016. LG is likely to follow the pattern of the past few years and produce a smartphone that offers something ever so slightly different. This is usually a bigger and brighter screen than the competition, although to the detriment of the handset's battery life. Expect a full 4K screen in the LG G5, backed up with a few quirky design tweaks, a la the leather back of the G4. Historically, LG hasn't offered much more in terms of spec breakthroughs. Instead, it offers a point of difference in its asking price. The LG G5 is likely to undercut the competition by around £30. Number 4. HTC One M10. Release date on March 2016. HTC has built up a solid reputation with its flagship One phones. Why? Good question. On paper, the phones are pretty standard high-end Android devices that don't offer groundbreaking features. However, HTC considers the design of the phone to be the USP. The One's large front-facing speakers and overlaying Sense UI software are very popular. With that in mind, predicting the specs of the next-gen HTC flagship phone isn't overly challenging, providing it sticks to the same formula. Expect a big, bright screen similar to 2015's Galaxy S6, a fast processor, either a Snapdragon 810 or the newer 820, 2 to 3 GB of RAM, 2 large front-facing speakers and a metallic frame. Number 5. iPhone 7. Release date on September 2016. The iPhone 7 should be more revolution than evolution and will come with a raft of new features, all packaged in a totally redesigned handset. This time round, Apple has kept most of the iPhone 7 details under wraps, but as we approach its release date, we're slowly uncovering more details about the next iPhone. iPhone 7 at a glance. 2016 release date. Completely waterproof. Possible OLED display. Number 6. Huawei P9. Release date on April 2016. The Huawei P9 has the potential to be one of the most exciting phones of 2016. Huawei has huge ambitions for its brand to be a force in the West, and as you'd expect, it's aiming to win people over with its flagship smartphone. The rumored P9 specs are pretty incredible too. It's reported Huawei is working on its own Kirin 950 processor, which leaked benchmarks suggest will be faster than Samsung's Exynos 7420, making it one of the fastest Android processors to date. Other rumored features suggest it could have 2 front-facing cameras, a rear-facing fingerprint sensor and 4 GB RAM. Number 7. Samsung Galaxy Note 6. Samsung Galaxy Note 6 would be an outstanding smartphone if we compare it to present generation smartphone. In 2016, the whole trend of smartphone industry might change with the new innovations and unbelievable specifications. Just few years ago, 2 GB RAM in a smartphone was like crazy, and today there are smartphones in the market which feature 3 GB RAM, and in 2015 we would see 4 GB RAM in smartphones. So in 2016, if you are thinking to have a smartphone with 6 GB or 8 GB RAM, then you might be wrong. The hardware of smartphones are getting optimized with every generation, and 3 GB RAM smartphone of 2015 would be better than 2014 3 GB RAM smartphones. Well, RAM is not only the factor, but other associated hardware matters the most. Number 8. Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. For the Galaxy S7, reports are in disagreement over Samsung's Edge plans. A recent report from hdblog.it hints that the regular Galaxy S7 will be 5.2 inches, but the S7 Edge will have a 5.7-inch screen instead, making it the same size as the S6 Edge Plus. The blog also stated that the micro SD card slot could return and the top and bottom edges of the screen may be curved, too. It's unclear how accurate the information is, though, so take this with a grain of salt. However, an earlier report from the same source in mid-October indicated that Samsung will offer only one Edge model in 2016. In this case, Samsung might be reserving the 5.8-inch model for the Edge display because the 5.2-inch size will more than likely be the basic non-curved Galaxy S7. Number 9. iPhone 7 Plus. If iPhone 7 releases next year, the iPhone 7 Plus release date will be in the year 2017, or both the versions iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus could be released together next year, as we have seen in case of iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. The predicted release date of iPhone 7 Plus as of now based on previous versions would be in Q3 or Q4 of the year 2016. Let's have a quick look at the release dates of all iPhones since starting. iPhone 7 Plus specification. It is noticed in predecessors the Plus versions are slightly larger in size. Therefore it can be predicted that when it comes to the size of iPhone 7 Plus, it will be slightly larger than iPhone 7. It may go up to 5.8 inches or beyond. Talking about the processor, the iPhone 7 Plus could sport 1.5 GHz dual-core Cyclone, ARM v8-based CPU coupled with a 10 chipset, which will boost the processing speed faster than ever. As far as internal memory is concerned, the phone could come in different variants having 32 GB, 64 GB, 128 GB and 256 GB of internal memory. The phone is expected to feature 20-megapixel primary camera with image stabilization technology for clearer video and photo shoot and 2-megapixel front camera for self-shoot. The battery has been a major problem in every kind of smartphone. It drains quick on playing games and surfing websites. The tech giant will try to address drainage problem by bringing in some innovative technology with battery power up to 2100 mAh. iPhone 7 Plus price. As far as iPhone 7 Plus release date is concerned, the premium phone could be priced anywhere between $1,000 to $1,200 USD. Some people may find it a bit expensive, but it worth such price tag. The price may vary according to internal memory sizes and the country. It has been noticed that every new iPhone comes up with excitingly new feature. Because of that, the loyal customers of the brand are ready to pay suitable price for such phones. Number 10. The Nexus 5X. The Nexus 5X features a 5.2-inch LCD display with Full HD resolution, just like the original Nexus 5. The Nexus 5X has a pixel density of 424 pixels. Under the hood you'll find a 2 GHz hexa-core Snapdragon 808 processor alongside 2 GB of LPDDR3 RAM. With storage you have two options, 16 GB and 32 GB. As usual, there is zero SD support. Nexus 5X specs in full. Operating system, Android 6.0 Marshmallow. Display, 5.2 inches, FHD, 1920 by 1080, LCD at 423p. Corning registered Gorilla registered Glass 3, fingerprint and smudge resistant oleophobic coating. Rear camera, 12.3 MP superscript 1, 1.55 micrometers pixels, f/2.0 aperture, IR laser assisted. Autofocus, 4K, 30 fps, video capture, broad spectrum CR90 dual flash. Front camera, 5 MP, 1.4 micrometers pixels, f/2.0 aperture. Processors, Qualcomm registered Snapdragon 808 processor, 1.8 GHz hexa-core 64-bit, Adreno 418 GPU. Memory and storage, RAM, 2GB LPDDR3, internal storage, 16GB or 32GB. Dimensions cubed, 147.0 by 72.6 by 7.9 mm. Weight, 136 grams. Color options, carbon, quartz, ice. Number 11. Nexus 6. Release date on October 2016. The Nexus 6P, a new dawn for Nexus flagships. The Nexus 6P is Google's flagship, the handset designed to do battle with the iPhone 6s, Samsung Galaxy S6 and LG G4. Like the Nexus 6, the Nexus 6P features a 5.7 in AMOLED WQHD display, meaning you're looking at a rather awesome 2560 by 1440 pixel panel with a pixel density of 518 pixels. Nexus 6P specs in full. Operating system, Android 6.0 Marshmallow. Display, 5.7 inches, WQHD, 2560 by 1440, AMOLED display at 518p, 16:9 aspect ratio, Corning registered Gorilla registered Glass 4, fingerprint and smudge resistant oleophobic coating. Rear camera, 12.3 MP superscript 1, 1.55 micrometers pixels, f/2.0 aperture, IR laser assisted autofocus, 4K, 30 fps, video capture, broad spectrum CR90 dual flash. Front camera, 8 MP camera, 1.4 micrometers pixels, f/2.4 aperture, HD video capture, 30 fps. Processors, Qualcomm registered Snapdragon 810 v2.1, 2.0 GHz octa-core 64-bit, Adreno 430 GPU. Memory and storage, RAM, 3GB LPDDR4, internal storage, 32GB, 64GB, or 128GB. Dimensions, 159.3 by 77.8 x 7.3 mm. Weight, 178 grams. Color, aluminium, graphite, frost. Media, dual front-facing stereo speakers, 3 microphones, 2 front, 1 rear, with noise cancellation. Battery, 3450 mAh battery, fast charging, up to 7 hours of use from only 10 minutes of charging. Wireless and location, LTE Cat 6, Wi-Fi 802.11a/b/g/NAC 2x2 MIMO, dual band, 2.4 GHz, 5.0 GHz, Bluetooth 4.2, NFC, GPS, GLONASS, digital compass. Wi-Fi use requires 802.11a/b/g/NAC access point, router. Syncing services, such as backup, require a Google account. Ports, USB Type-C, single nano SIM slot, 3.5 mm audio jack. Material, anodized aluminum.